The language of deceit. Notes and extracts. Liberty is death. Words that are intellectually manifested into sentences are aspiring dream catchers, as carefully and intentionally crafted as a spider's web to entrap and enslave the unsuspecting victims. They create vision and purpose where none was before, and they alter our perception of the world around us by giving meaning to that which has or had none. As such, modern society is absurd, contradictory, and confusing. The resonance of fundamental reasoning through thought is at the mercy of those who give us our definitions, our reasons, our meaning, and our purpose. Often, people will do anything to have something so that they can do nothing. As a result, those who sacrifice freedom for some level of security probably deserve neither. They also probably get neither. The toil involved in the quest for liberty is the very heart that pumps blood through the veins of the language of life. There is no true reward of love without labour lost. Freedom is at the least an uncomfortable struggle, yet the rewards for such vigilance are eternal. And so, if we are to choose a path of liberty, we must apply in our systems of education, governance, and commerce the same successful daily philosophies. There is no such real thing as limited freedom, financial security, or even standardized education. They, like language, are artificial constructs. They are simple sleight-of-hand language games, manipulations. The illiterate have always been preyed upon. In the end, we are only limited through our ability to regularly express our understanding and intention, usually through language. Free speech is an extension of free thought. That which is not expressed may still exist, but nobody will ever know of its existence. One common play on the world is the suggested use of a common dictionary, which is basically a list of synonyms and similar phrases or simple descriptions. As if this really helps us come to terms with the origins and the development of words. Adding more of the same to something which is already confusing is an intellectually awkward strategy. In the test, most minds fold into submission. To retain the upper hand, always use a dictionary of etymology, which will give you the history or the story of the word, which should also help you to remember the meaning better, as it is stories that we buy into. Is not all of our history just a tale told by the central character, who, however unobjective, will always be us? We live surrounded by a natural world, but in an all-consuming and encompassing and very artificial, unnatural environment. We exist in a synthetic, manufactured world, which extends far beyond the unnecessary everyday products we purchase. Our every movement is fueled by quests for dreams carefully placed into our imagination by intelligent marketers and social scientists and behaviorists. A word in our ear, a billboard at a bus stop, a marketing slogan. The superficial is celebrated everywhere. Modern culture is visibly all surface but no feeling, all united, yet untidy with no deeper meaning. That is the basis of much of our social engineering. The adverts are not really telling us what to buy. They are telling us how to think. As previously discussed, words are highly inadequate to aptly describe the living universe, but they, along with our imagination, are all that we have to raise our consciousness above that of an average reflexive animal. But how well do we really understand the interplay of words that we use on a daily basis? One fundamental problem for the learner is that English is an artificial construct. It is the amalgamation of 12 languages, from Celtic to Latin, from Pictish to Viking, from German to Welsh. So it's not just one language. There is even a further duality, as it is non-phonetic. This means that the written language is different from the spoken form. Any cryptologist will tell you that this is an excellent way to encode ideas into the structure of our society. The more well-educated individuals understand this, though they themselves will claim plausible deniability when pressed on the deeper issues. There is often little to be gained in the upper circles of society from acknowledgement of the truth of matters. The duality is one element that makes users of the English language very susceptible to neuro-linguistic programming techniques. Systems which can be used as much for good purposes as for nefarious agendas. As long as we understand that all word magic comes at a costly price, then we will keep our feet on the ground. However, the cost is the undeniable domino effect, which makes it almost impossible to predict the absolute end point or result of any action, as everything in the universe is interconnected, interrelated, or bound in some way together. There is a great danger in the fact that no knowledge exists in isolation without some effect on other things. As a result, the power to effect the change of one thing is the power to effect or change everything. We live through language and its infinite and limited structures. The supply of words is endless. the demand on their purpose less so. Do we ever stop to think? Do we have control of our thoughts? How personal is your personal computer? When did war become kinetic action? Is security really safety? How much is a promise just rhetoric? How accurate is time? When did propaganda become placement marketing? How did technology become smart? Why is a government representative a minister? Where is the cloud computing system? Why is a fine called a fine? Are goods really good? Remain aware. Tread carefully. The rabbit hole is as deep as you want it to be. For in truth, there may not be a rabbit hole at all. There may not even be a rabbit. The language of deceit. Notes and extracts.